Can we talk about something else for just a second before it's time that we start talking about heroes, good things. For instance, did you know the trans-identified male has just won first place in the women's cycling tour? Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
Congratulations.
They won.
They won.
They won. Taking first place. The first female with junk in her pants taking first place. And I hats off. Also, there's a bearded man who claims to be a woman, but doesn't do anything about it. Just still looks like a man. But he's a good-looking woman if he'd throw some makeup on, spend 5 minutes in front of the mirror, dude. Anyway, he just won. Yeah, another winner, the women's poker tournament. He just won. So you got that. So this is good for women. This is good for women. And a lot of people might take this as being sarcastic, but there is a guy in Delaware County in Indiana. He is a Delaware County, Indiana councilman. He's Ryan Webb, and he is the first Republican local councilman to come forward as a lesbian woman of color. And Ryan, hats off to you.
Well, good morning, sir. I appreciate the invitation, and thank you for the recognition. Thank you.
Sure. Now, how long have you been contemplating this transition to a woman?
Well, I'm not really sure how long I've been contemplating it.
Yeah.
I felt this way for quite a long time, really wasn't sure the right time to do it. But as with each passing day, it's become more and more socially acceptable, and the rules have become ingrained and set in stone as such that someone such as myself, who has no real ambition to actually live life as a woman, however, knows that in my heart that I am a woman.
Yeah.
I thought this was the right time for me to go ahead and announce that that's the way I choose to self-identify.
I think that's great. You did say in your Facebook post that you noticed that there wasn't any LGBTQ representation on the council board, and you are the first woman of color too. What color are you?
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and I did notice that, and I thought, we just need a little bit more diversity. We had way too many straight white men on the council, and I thought, we could do something about this. But to answer what my heritage is, I am Cherokee, Native American on both sides, very proud of that, and which qualifies me as the woman of color that I am.
Oh, so you're not just a white guy that is now saying I identify as a woman of color. You're actually, we could, in the old days, I would say scientifically show your bloodline has Cherokee in it.
Oh, yeah, fully backed up with the documents of AncestryDNA.com. Shout out to them, but that is the fact. So
now you say you're excited to be a vocal partner of the LGBTQIAPC++ movement. And just how far can we take things? You're glad that, now anyone just like you can be anything or anyone they want. How far do you want to take things?
Well, with this whole journey of, gender discovery and who you are, I'm just riding the wave, and wherever it takes me is where it goes. And I've said before, oftentimes with these things, they're very complex. Sometimes we end up right back where we started. But for what I'm trying to do as far as, promote some awareness within the community is to, there's a lot of bad information out there from some of these folks as being intolerant and hateful. And I want to show the world that some of us are pretty down to earth and sensible people. We're not all crazy.
Right. Okay. Have you had your first period yet?
Well, I had something going on the other day, but I wouldn't classify it as that. I think I just had a little bit of indigestion.
Okay. All right. Well, be prepared. You should keep some are you married?
I am, yes.
You are
beautiful
married.
Wife Brandy, beautiful wife Brandy. We have 6 kids, and
wow.
She's fairly excited about the the new designation of not only being married to a woman of color, but celebrating our diversity as an interracial married couple.
Right. Right. Now, she is excited that you are now identifying as a woman.
Well, you know what? She stands behind me and everything that comes with it. And, you know, she's been sitting back watching things like everybody else. And she's not naive to the benefits that come with being a woman of color. So we're hoping that, you know, our kids will be accepted to some colleges that they previously may not have been to. So, you know, the sky's the limit. So she's excited about that.
And she's identifying now as a lesbian.
Well, she's not necessarily changed her identity. I don't think she can argue the point that that's what she is. But yeah, she's allowed me to go on my journey, and you know, her journey will take her wherever it chooses to go.
Right, and you are a lesbian, though. You'll only sleep with women.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And I've offered to prove that if anyone doesn't believe it. I'm very affectionate with my wife in public. So I think I've more than stood on my own 2 feet with that statement.
You know, a lot of people, Ryan. We're talking to Ryan Webb. He's a local Republican councilman who has just come out as a lesbian woman of color, and the first one on the council. And that was very brave of you. So hats off on just your bravery. A lot of people would say that you are making fun of wokeness and the fact that men will always be men and not women. Is there any truth to that?
Well, those allegations have been made. Now, I wouldn't make those allegations. I'm not saying that. In fact, I don't know what rule book they're reading from, but my understanding was that we weren't allowed to question someone's gender identity, that it's simply declaring it, and it is so, and you might as well write it in red. So I'm not necessarily making fun of anyone. I'm just expressing how I'm choosing to live my life within the boundaries and rules that's been set forth by society, and pass the test. So they can say that all they want, but I don't need their confirmation or their affirmation or any of the Asians. I'm living my own life.
All right, Ryan, again, we salute you as a very brave. It is hard in these days to come out on something, you know, like this and stand there all alone, surrounded by all of the real power in society. You know, holding your hand and propping you up and giving you all kinds of benefits. And that's a scary place to be. So,
well, you are correct with that. And in the beginning, you know, some folks didn't really know how to take it. Some were upset, but as the days have went on, I've been receiving a lot of support. And to be honest, Glenn, the local leftists in my community, they're the ones who insisted on making this story a national story. Me personally, I would like to focus more on the important things that we're doing on the council, such as increasing transparency and increasing the wages for all of our county employees. But unfortunately, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a really sad situation.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ryan, you keep with your truth, okay?
I appreciate that, Mr. Beck. I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's Ryan Webb, Delaware County, Indiana. County councilman. Brave.
Very brave.
Very brave.
To take a stance like that. And I know,
sincerely,
I assume they are going to be celebrated for this because that's what our society does.
Well, I appreciate that he's keeping his name because I don't want to dead name anybody.
Right.
But who am I to question what he believes, what his truth is, and what his truth may not be?
You just did 3 in a row. He, and his. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry.
That is disgusting what you just did.
You are so brave.
Thank you.
You are so brave.
Thank you. I am.
I mean, going along with what everybody who has any kind of power at all, just going along and sniffing their butt and holding their hand.
Yep.
You know, and doing exactly what you're told.
Yes.
That you are so brave.
Thank you for affirming me.
Thank you for affirming. Well, you haven't yet. You haven't.
I affirm you.
Okay. Wow.
I affirm thou.
Wow.
Don't you feel?
I feel heard and affirmed and just kind of, I don't know, like it's my first day of being a girl.
You know, you'd pass. Would make a very attractive female, and not that that's what your journey is right now.
That's not what my journey is. But
right now, but
damn it, let me tell you something. If I do become a girl, you damn well better say that I'm not only a girl, but I'm a good-looking girl.
Oh, I will affirm the hell out of you for that.
Yeah. All right. So thank you. I affirm you too.
Thank you.
This has been a great. See, this is how we all come together.
This is the Mutual Affirmation Society.
Just speak the truth that our overlords demand we speak, and then we can all get along.
And that's all you have to do. You just have to say what your truth is, and it becomes the truth.
Well,
with one exception. With one exception.
Uh-huh.
If someone says they're trans and then they commit a mass murder, then it's totally okay to say actually they were lying the whole time. Any other instance, though, you must affirm what they say.
And I would like to make another correction, and I hate to...
Are you disaffirming me?
Disaffirm you. But I think it's actually deaffirm.
Okay, sorry.
You've been officially...
How about de-apostrophe? Deferm.
Or deferm.
Thank you.
Okay, I hate to deferm you, but... there, you said you can say your truth, and it is truth, and that's not true. There is truth, Stu, and it's your truth, and it's my truth. But there are some people that don't agree with that truth that we're getting from, the experts, and those people should be shut up. Because they're not brave.
No,
they're Nazis.
We deferm them.
We deferm them. Thank you. All right. Hey, it's a great day on the Glenn Beck program. I think we've just solved another problem.